4 of you haven't done your homework yet. Remember, you have till Friday at the end of the day. Everyone else has done it. For the most part, they look pretty good. If I don't think yours is very good or you didn't make it long enough, I will comment and it needs to be fixed before Friday, okay? So if I comment, you need to add more. Please fix by Friday. And if you haven't turned it in yet, please fix by Friday. We are at Brendan's talking again, that like kind of geeky guy that likes to film. We ended right in the middle of 45, I believe, because he was about to film this super cool video. You know, we were looking around and trying to find someone to help him. All his friends were like, yeah, probably not. So we are at the bottom of page 45. Then, out of the passing parade, someone notices me hunkered down beside my locker. Oh man, it's Chase. That's all I need to put the finishing touches on this perfect afternoon. Bad enough I can't shoot my video. I don't need to hang by my waistband of my underwear off a peg of the girls' changing room. He pauses, frowning at me, as if trying to come up with when he remembers me from. It must be weird to walk around your own school knowing nobody when you should know everybody. A familiar face, even mine, must really stand out. The cafeteria supplies. We almost had lunch together. I'm Brendan. His face relaxes into a sheepish smile of recognition. His arm sling is gone, and even the cuts and scrapes are fading. Chase, he introduces himself. I have to laugh. Everybody knows you. How could I forget the face that stared in so many of my nightmares? With Joel Weber gone, I might be next on the list of preferred targets. I should have told them my name was Harold. Too late now. On the other hand, the word is Chase is off the football team thanks to his head injury, and he certainly seems different than he was last year. Maybe that's because once you've cut a guy's chicken from him, you can never really be that scary again. So I try the impossible. Hey, Chase, are you busy this afternoon? He shrugs. What have you got in mind? I push my luck. I'm shooting this video to put up on YouTube, but I need a wingman. Can you help me out? So remember, never in Brendan's wildest dreams would he ever ask for help in this situation, but he's just going out on a limb. Or he would never ask Chase for help. Not that he wouldn't ask for help, but he would never, ever ask Chase. Part of me was screaming, abort, abort! It's one thing to coexist in a world with people like Chase Ambrose. It's quite another to recruit the guy for something nobody else will touch. He never actually says yes. He just goes with me. I explain on the way. When I tell him how the video is going to go, he doesn't even tell me I'm nuts. He just laughs and asks me if I'm kidding. Just because something is funny doesn't mean you treat it like a joke, I assured him. Comedy is serious business. If people are going to laugh at this, it'll be because we worked hard at it and got it right. Remember, we still don't know what this crazy plan is, but seems a little bit crazy. He actually seemed to think it over. Yeah, I can see that. But I'm not the one who's going in, right? My doctor would freak out, not to mention my mom. Wow, Chase Ambrose has a mom? I always thought the popular people floated down to Earth in a column of pure light from the great space arc. It's all me, I promise. You can just work camera too. We stop by my place to pick up the tricycle. Chase even takes it for a test drive on the street, practically crackling with mirth. I laugh too because he looks pretty funny. He's a tall guy, so as he pedals, his knees rise up around his ears. My mother comes out to investigate the ruckus. When she sees who I'm with, she practically is ready to dial 911. I can't really blame her. When the Chase of the Worlds hang out with me, it usually means I'm about to be dangled by my feet out of a high, high window. It's fine, Mom, I soothe her. Chase is helping me on a video project. Good to meet you. Chase introduces himself politely. She's tight-lipped. Oh, we've met. Remember, Chase doesn't remember her, but she remembers him. I get Chase out of there before my mom says anything I'll regret. We head downtown, taking turns, alternatively riding, pulling, and carrying the trike. Our destination, the shiny bumper car wash on Bell Street. I hand him the school flip cam, and he goes off to distract the attendants. Chase is even better for this than one of the videoites because he's kind of a celebrity around town. Not just the star athlete, but the son of the last star athlete. Plus, everybody's heard about his accident over the summer, so all the attention is on him. That leaves me free to sneak around the back and put on the headband with the other camera mounted on it, a waterproof GoPro I brought from home. I sneaked ahead of the next car. I placed the tricycle on the conveyor, bracing my wheels against the tire block that moves vehicles through the washing tunnel. Then I sit down on the trike, reach up the camera and hit record. My heart is pounding and I'm tense with anticipation. Can someone please tell me what Brendan's about to do? Explain to me, what on earth is Brendan about to do? He's at a car wash with a tricycle. He's about to make a video. What is he about to do at the car wash with this tricycle? Isabella H.
He's gonna go through it.
Yeah, he's gonna go through it. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a car wash before, but can you, like, you hear those things hitting your car? Can you imagine how bad those would hurt on your skin? He's not just washing the tricycle, he's going in with the tricycle, so he's gonna be exposed in the car wash, which sounds really painful to me. This is it, the moment of truth. The conveyor pushes me and the first blast of water hits. It's all I can do to keep from screaming. It's ice cold. Considering the research and planning I did to get ready for this stunt, it never occurred to me that they'd use cold water in a car wash. I take hot showers. Why wouldn't cars? The frigid blast has my heart beating so fast it's practically popping out the top of my head. I try to tell myself to get used to it, but it's impossible. But it's not possible. I'm hyperventilating to the point where I can't get in any air. Just when I'm about to pass out, I topple off the trike, the water stops. Gasping for breath, I glance over at the observation area. Sure enough, there's Chase filming. I experience a surge of relief. The only thing worse than going through this would be going through it for nothing. My reprieve is short-lived. The soap is next, pelting down on me like wet snow. They only have two temperatures in here, cold and colder. Two gigantic spinning brushes come at me on robotic arms. I'm vaguely aware that my glasses are gone. That's not important, though. I can reach up and confirm the GoPro is still strapped to my head. Out of the corner of my eye, which stings now from suds, I see that Chase is still following along. He's hysterical with laughter, but the camera's steady in his hand. That's the main thing. The rinse cycle is next, more hyperventilating, followed by a blast of wind that threatens to hurl me off the tricycle. Actually, it's great. It's the dryer and it's hot. Even better, it means I'm coming to the end. There should be light at the end of the tunnel, but I can't make it out. I lost my glasses when the brushes did their thing. When the door lifts, I pedal out of there, nearly running over Chase. He never stops filming, not even when the manager turns off the machinery and comes to chew us out. Very stupid, Ambrose, he yells. Is this your idea of a joke? You could have gotten this kid killed, you know. This isn't the first time you put people in danger in this town. I'm surprised you didn't have a few cherry bombs left over. I'm calling the cops. This isn't Chase's fault. I managed to croak. It's mine. I have very little strength left, but I had to speak up. The whole idea was my thing. It's my video project. I chucked Chase into helping me. Brendan? The manager squints at me. I guess I'm not that easy to recognize, soaking wet and half dead and my skin all slimy. I think I got the wax treatment in there somewhere. Is that you? Why would you do such a crazy thing? I'm the president of the video club at Hiwassee Middle, I supply. Adults always cut you some slack if they think you're something in it for a school project. It does this trick, especially when I promise to put an ad for the shiny bumper in the club's yearbook page. Sure, I get yelled at, but at least no one is going to be calling the cops anymore. The manager even sends one of the employees into the machine to rescue my glasses, which are undamaged except for a small crack in the right lens. So this manager sees Chase and is so upset. He's literally like, I'm calling the cops. Can't believe you did this. You're nuts. Why would you do this? You're going to hurt this kid. And luckily, Brendan spoke up and was like, no, it's my idea. And the guy's like, oh, okay, well, all right. Well, that's not a very good idea, So as you can see, lots of people know Chase around town. But Brendan apparently is a good kid that people really like because the guy lets him off with, hey, don't do that, We head back to my place. I'm riding the trike, mostly because I'm too weak to stand. Chase carries the precious cargo, the 2 cameras with the footage on them. Sorry, Chase, I mumble. Contrite. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. He cocks his eyebrows. Looks more like you got me out of trouble. All I did was tell the truth. The whole thing was my idea. That guy was ready to have me arrested, he insists. Well, I tell him, that's mostly because of your reputation. Oops. That is, your old reputation, for doing stuff probably don't even remember doing. In my deleted state, I'm not thinking straight. I'm digging my own grave with my mouth. He shakes his head. My reputation wasn't what made the difference. That was all yours. You must be somebody pretty special around here to get that kind of reaction from a guy who runs a car wash. I'm blown away. My record as a nerd and goody two-shoes never seemed like much to me before. For sure, it didn't compare to Chase's. Athlete, bad boy, big man on campus. But it was my reputation, not his, that got us out of a jam back there. At my house, we managed to sneak upstairs without my mom getting a look at her baby boy in such a state of disrepair. I'd never be able to convince her convince her that Chase didn't do it to me. A bully palooza where I half drowned in a river and had my glasses smashed by a ball peen hammer. I can barely bring myself to take the time to change out of my wet clothes. That's how anxious I am to see the footage we shot. I keep expecting Chase to lose interest and take off, but he hangs around, and it starts to sink in that he's just as into it as I am. We watched the video for my GoPro first. It's pretty insane. A blizzard of flying foam and torrents of water and lots of whipping. I wasn't aware at the time. I might have been trying to yell for help, but I couldn't form actual words. I was also thrashing around more than I remember. It's a miracle I stayed on the trike. The best part is when the brushes come, as if I'm being attacked by two whirling monsters from where the wild things are. So, like, I don't know about you, but this is like the silliest thing ever. Like, who's going through a car wash? That would be really painful. So, but super funny. But don't ever try that. Not safe. Next, we play Chase's footage from the viewing area next to the washing tunnel. There I am, clinging to the tricycle like it's the only thing keeping me from floating away into outer space. When the freezing cold water hits, my entire body wrenches, belly dancer style, only at triple speed. And when the powerful dryer's on, you can actually see my skin pushed up against my bone structure of my skull. It's pure gold. I have to say that a lot of the credit goes to Chase. He's got a real knack for camera work. We laugh until we're falling over each other. It's definitely more fun to watch it than it was going through it in real life. I showed Chase how to piece the video together on the computer, intercutting footage from both cameras for maximum effect. For example, when you see the GoPro image flying all over the place, then you jump to me jerking and flailing, struggling to keep my perch on the trike. It's even more hilarious because it explains why the picture inside the car wash is so wild and chaotic. Chase catches on quickly and adds some good suggestions of his own, like the split screen of both cameras when the spin brushes come on. At last, we have the whole thing set to music. Ride of the Valley Yikes. Upload the clip to YouTube. We give it a title, How to Clean Your Tricycle. Brendan Espinazo and Chase Ambrose, co-producers. I kid you not, he actually thanks me when I include him in the credits. We watch it on every device in the house, the computer, our phones, an iPad. We even Chromecast it to the TV. It doesn't get old. If this video won't go viral, there's just no justice in the world, or at least on YouTube. He's still laughing as I see him out. This might be the most fun I ever had. I swear he's like a kindergartner who's just been handed the world's most intrigued balloon animal. Without thinking, I reply, how do you know? You've probably forgotten most of the fun you've ever had. He looks surprised for a few seconds. I figured I'm about to get his book bag to the side of my head. Then he says, good point. But it was still awesome. Me and my big mouth. I can't leave well enough alone. You know, we've got a video club at school, and you'd be a natural with your camera skills. We could really use you. That might be the dumbest thing I've ever said out loud. Chase Ambrose and his football buddies have made a career out of terrorizing kids just like the videoites. Recruiting him is like inviting a shark over for sushi. He grins at me. When's the next meeting? All right. So it seems like Chase is not really interested in his football buddies, right? Like he can't play football with them. When he's hanging out with them, they're mean. They're pushing each other, like insults flying everywhere. Like he just doesn't seem into his friends. So now he might be making a new super unlikely friend who is Brendan, who's a nerd. And he's, you know, in the video club. Not that there's anything wrong with the video club, but he's more of a nerdy guy. He's a, you know, goody two shoes, meaning he always does the right thing. And that's obviously not Chase's style. But it could be his new style, and he's about to join the video club. And I promise you, oh snap, you guys are just going to love what is going to happen in our next chapters. I'm obsessed with this book. So thankfully, when we go back to green, so next week we're going to be yellow still, but then the following week we'll be green again. And when we're on green, we have reading RTI every day, which is good because we have a lot of book to get through in a short amount of time. So we still have a few minutes, so I'm just going to start reading the next chapter, but we only have a few minutes, so I'll just start going. Okay, chapter 7, Shoshana Weber. So remember, Shoshana is Joel's brother, and Joel had to leave town because Chase was so mean. He did it. The crazy fool actually did it. We gathered around the smartboard in Miss DeLue's room watching How to Clean Your Tricycle on YouTube. I've got to hand it to Brendan. When he sets his mind on something, he follows through, even after the entire video club told him to take a hike. And you know what? He knocked it out of the park. I've never seen anything so funny. It's a wonder he didn't get himself killed, but he's very much alive, beaming like a proud papa as he premieres his work to rave reviews from the club. Misty Lowe, our faculty advisor, laughs until tears are streaming down her cheeks. Brendan, how could you even dream of doing such a thing? The worst part was how cold the water was, he said, but it was totally worth it. We burst into thunderous applause when the music comes on to the crescendos and the tricycle is pedaled out of the shiny bumper into the light. Brendan takes a bow and a goofy grin plastered on his face. Credits appear on the screen. Produced by Brendan Espinazo and Chase Ambrose. Chase Ambrose? The ovation dies abruptly in the class. That part's a joke, right? Mauricia Dunbar offers dubiously, like produced by William Shakespeare or Mickey Mouse. No, it was really him, Brendan tells us. None of you guys would help me. And he said, okay. Why would you even ask him? I blurt out, furious. Do you have the death wish or something? Miss DeLoe steps in. Isn't it enough that the video got made and it's fabulous? I have a death wish, Brendan retorts. And you know what? I'm glad I asked him because he did an awesome job on camera too. Maybe it's from sports, but he's got a really steady hand. Better than any of us, including me. We could use a good guy like that. I get a shrinking feeling in my gut. You didn't! Brendan nods. I invited him to join the club. Obviously, Shoshana's not going to be comfortable with this. The person that like bullied her brother out of town is about to be in like her favorite after school activity. So obviously she's not about to be comfortable with that. All right. So when we pick up next, we'll be reading more about how Shoshana feels. I'm just obsessed with this book. You guys have no idea. So if you didn't finish your homework, you need to finish it by Friday. I'm going to go through today. And if you didn't write enough, I'm going to tell you, well, I already told some of you guys, hey, you don't have enough. You need to add more. So if I told you you need to add more, make sure you do that by Friday because I'm going to grade them Friday. Thank you for joining. This will be posted, of course. I will see you guys all in reading or, wherever else I see you today. Bye. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts.
Yep.
Well,
Bye, friends.
this isn't Girl Scout.
Bye, friends.